Okay.
Coach, I know that you don't often like to point to just one specific defensive possession or defensive player or anything like that, but I was curious about both Jalen and DeAndre's defense on LeBron tonight.
This is the first time that we've had those guys together since November. It gives us some depth at the wing, as you said. Sadiq started on him, and those three guys in combination, just gave us really solid minutes, and did some good things in the other end too. I was happy to see DeAndre just rise up and shoot the ball. We played well. It's good to have our guys back.
Coach, what do you think kind of led to such an even scoring night, I guess, especially for the starters?
Well, I think we shared the ball, and guys had a good sense of where an advantage might be. It doesn't always happen that way. Not because you're not, you're less unselfish, but just the game kind of unfolds that way. And we did a good job playing in flow. And I thought DJ and Trey, both of them really managed the game, both individually and when they were in the game together. We had possessions where Trey was calling DJ's number. Trey had Vanderbilt on him, and DJ had an opportunity to attack. So those guys, and as I said, I thought that our defensive effort from our wings, DeAndre and JJ and and Sadiq, and on the glass too. Those guys, their size, and that allowed us to get out in transition. So.
And Coach, kind of piggyback off that, third quarter, punching first, saying their spurts, happy with your team coming out of halftime, starting fast, and maintaining the lead the whole second half.
Yeah, that's been a point of emphasis for us. It hasn't always worked out that way, but I thought, they weren't making shots in the first half, and then, as you said, they started seeing the ball go in the basket. We made a few turnovers that got them out in transition, but I thought our guys stayed together and really responded. We responded by guarding, and to me that's the thing that you have more control over, whether you're making shots or not. And we were able to get some stops, and that makes the offensive end a lot easier.
Coach, kind of building off of his question, but I feel like tonight there were no big let-ups once we got the lead, and usually when we come in here we're talking about 1 or 2 quarters where we had let-ups. I don't feel like we had that tonight, so does it feel like not necessarily this team has turned a corner, but that we're turning a corner and having that as an emphasis more?
Well, I hesitate to whether it's turned or turning. We just need to keep, we played well. And we need to keep playing well, and that means, as I said, we're healthy right now. Hunt will be able to give us more minutes as that continues to rise as he's more and more comfortable, and try to integrate him, but be smart about that. But, I liked what I saw on the defensive end, and I thought we were connected, and we just have to keep doing it because it felt good. It felt good to our players. It felt good to me.
And Coach, you already kind of talked about it a little bit, but having DeAndre back in the lineup, what does it give you as far as options, defensive-wise, and things you can do with him in the lineup?
Yeah, we're able to switch more. I mean, there aren't, tonight there was a few possessions, a few minutes where, we didn't have 2 of those guys in, but when we have, when we have one of them coming off the bench, whoever it is, and they can sub and give somebody else a blow, I think, they can maintain. We've had guys playing a lot of minutes, we trust them, but anytime you're up 35, 36, 37 minutes over a period of time, that's hard. You're asking a lot of guys. You can do that occasionally, but over the course of the season, games every other day, back-to-backs, to have Hunt back and that, and we lost Jalen for a while, and it's just good to see those guys. They were connected, and as you said, the defensive end, they're able to switch and help each other, and that's size when those guys are spreading out. It's different. It's also different on the glass.
to go a little further about that with DeAndre, especially like what are his strengths do you see defensively? It seems like he helps well and he seems to know.
He's very, you're right, you know, he's got great habits, you know, in shifting and helping and rotating. He has a good feel for where he needs to be. And then, you know, he's 6'8", you know, so whether he's defending a wing or there's times when we have him on the ball, so some of that versatility is, you know, is really helpful. And he takes pride in it too.
I know it was a very short stint, but Kobe getting his first NBA bucket, just what did you see from him in those couple of minutes?
Well, you know, he's been playing in the G League, and you know, I thought there's a comfort level you have when you know, he's played a lot of minutes. You know, I mean, obviously tonight was different. He's playing the Lakers and hitting three. You know, he deserved that bounce. You know, because I've watched him dive on the floor. I've watched him pick up full court. You know, he's been doing the things that we need and that he needs to do to keep improving as a player. And I think when you do those things, you know, it takes pressure off any shot. I don't think he thought about it. I just think he was open and he shot the ball. And that's a credit to, you know, Ryan Schmidt, his teammates, you know, in the G League. And you know, that opportunity to play, you know, is really, really important for a young player. He's 19 years old, you know, I think, maybe 20 now, I don't know.
Back here, Coach. So,
Yeah.
The Lakers really struggled three-point shooting wise early in the game, and you guys did a great job of turning that into transition points, and then kind of just kept it going. How important is it to command the transition game, especially with the pace you guys play with for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to run tonight. You know, it's hard to be on a back-to-back, which they were, and sometimes that takes your legs. It did early. I thought they had, you know, when they came back there in the second half, they started making shots, and you know, I think we did a good job of weathering that, and particularly taking care of the ball. The stretches that we had good offensive possessions, it's a lot easier to defend. So, and it was good to see the ball go in for us. You know, we didn't have a very good January shooting the ball. I think we were 30th in the league. So we deserve to see the ball going because we have some guys that can make shots.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.